Well, hello and welcome to a late night daily, at least for me. And it's a Monday daily. We have, well, the base game as always on Monday, except for I think one where the base game was just completely pushed out by the secondary expansion it's paired with. And Renaissance, which comes with a few very powerful cards here. And we have a 5-2, which is going to be interesting. I'll talk about this in a sec. But let's first look at this kingdom in its full glory. We have Border Guard, Sifter, Inventor, and Sculptor as gainers. Inventor can make things cheaper, and Sculptor can gain stuff to your hand. And yeah, if you can somehow manage to draw your deck, you can do really good things. We also have Old Witch, which is an attack that curses, and even though you get to trash the curses if you have them in your hand and your opponents plays their Old Witch, they can be a bit nasty. We have Strong Draw in Laboratory and Throne Room and Council Room, also Old Witch. And yeah, a bit of an absence of trashing. There's Moneylender to trash coppers, but really not much more. Also, well, let me show you the projects. Fair can give you a permanent plus buy until the rest of the game, and Silos can cycle your coppers at the start of turn, so you're not even that incentivized on trashing coppers, although it might still be the best option. Um, and yeah, let's briefly look at the kingdom plot. It looks rather fancy. There is a lot of gaining going on. I mean, there is Fair and Council Room for plus buy. There is Inventor and Sculptor for gaining and lowering prices even. And yeah, all of this made even better by the presence of Throne Room, I'd say. Like you only need 4 inventors to get the provinces to 0. And yeah, this looks like there should be super powerful stuff, yeah, possible here, but it might be a bit finicky to set up due to the lack of trashing. Now, there's a big question of whether you go for or whether you skip Moneylender. And like the skipping Moneylender is would kind of be justified by silos, which you could use to cycle your coppers, and would still mean that you will carry around 7 coppers in your deck and somehow have to cope with those. So in bad cases, you can draw your, I don't know, whatever, your terminal cards in the beginning and not be able to cycle the coppers and then draw a bunch of them. I don't know. And if you go for Moneylender, though, you will spend a bit of the game, a bit of your terminal space trashing out those coppers, but you get this bonus of essentially the Moneylender being a silver in face of the copper. That's usually how I picture it. And yeah, it will compete with early terminal space with stuff like Inventor. So, yeah, but another advantage of thinning out your coppers might be that if your opponent goes for Old Witch, then you will be able to have curses in your hand, or you will be more likely to have curses in your opening hand and might be able to trash them out a bit quicker, which might be really good. So, yeah, game plan, I think, is thus I think we go for Moneylender and then go for Inventors, Throne Rooms, Laboratories, Council Room, Old Witch, Sculptor. All of those look like really good cards. In the late game, we might pick up a few gardens with Inventor, Sculptor, but this is not a kingdom where you can just rush gardens and be okay with that because there's just too much powerful stuff going on. And yeah, opening wise, I didn't have the time to prepare an opening plot. We have the 5-2, and the 2 is pretty clear, it's just border guard. And for the 5, I'm actually considering just opening Moneylender because I want to get rid of those coppers as quickly as possible. And this would enable that. With border guard, we are also super likely to find the Moneylender actually only with a golden sombrero, if both of them bottom deck, we won't find the Moneylender turn 3 or 4, and that would be great. One could also think about opening Sculptor, but that has the disadvantage of, well, you could gain the Moneylender to hand, but really you couldn't play it that turn, so that might just be an early silver gain, and then you delay the Moneylender by a whole shuffle. So yeah, even on 5-2, I think we're going for Moneylender Beauregard, and on the 4-3, you could consider to open silver with the Moneylender. Although I don't dislike just Moneylender Beauregard even for the 4-3. Yeah, and that's the considerations prior to playing the kingdom. And I would say we start this one. Let me check. Okay, sound is recording. I'm a bit traumatized by this. Yeah, Old Witch, of course, for the 5-2 or Sculptor, both viable openings for sure. But yeah, let's go for this Moneylender. AI goes for Inventor. I think AI might skip the Moneylender. And we could even think about going for silos here. Now, I didn't initially plan on doing so, but if we go for silos next turn, then we will probably cycle 3 coppers, trigger the shuffle, but then we'll see the shuffle with a lot of estates and coppers in it, and are not super likely to hit 5. Now, are we hitting 5 anyways next turn is the question. We have a 2 in 7 chance of hitting 5. If the estate bottom decks, that is. So maybe this is just Inventor, to be honest. And then if we hit 4, we can go for a mountain village, put that into the shuffle, and if we hit 5, can think about sculptor or laboratory. Although if we hit 5, then the mountain village might be better with the if we go for sculptor or old witch. So maybe it is mountain village here. It's pretty conservative, I don't know. But if we go from anything like Inventor, yeah, okay, we see the estate here, so we just pick up the Inventor now. And it's a bit sad that we find the mountain village right here, but we do hit 5, which can be a sculptor, I guess. And then we gain a throne room next turn. Maybe even 2 throne rooms. Could also be throne room mountain village, but I think just double throne room is fine. We really should get in some draw. Here, yeah, with throne, I think there is not... this will get us the most actions, and... No, actually, let's not throne. We will have 2 actions, and I don't think we'll need more. Because if we only find the mountain village, then we might consider not throning it, but rather another action. Let's see. Okay, we find sculptor and moneylender. We can even pick up the moneylender from the thing to get 1 more action. Or yeah, now we can also use the sculptor first, and then take the horn to be able to put the border guard on top. Sorry, now we can sculpt for something, and then throne room whatever we sculpt. Or we just sculpt throne room inventor anyways. Yeah, we have lots of options here. Actually, we could even pick up an old witch if we go for the inventor. But we will not be able to pick it up from the thingy. Yeah. Yeah, what is... I'm a bit torn as to what to do. I think it's best if we just get this maybe throne room Inventor. And now, of course, it would have been good if we had thrown the throne in the beginning. But oh well. We pick up this Moneylender. And now here, there's a question. We could even just decide to trash 2 coppers. I think that might be even better than anything else here. Just get really, really thin, really, really quickly. Pick up another throne room and an old witch. Next turn, we only have an inventor, 2 estates, and 3 coppers in there? No, yeah, 3 coppers in there. So not a great turn coming up. But yeah, we want to put in a laboratory or an old witch. What turn is it even? Turn 7. I think the laboratory is a more conservative choice, but I also think the old witch should be fine in most cases. Oh, and we do get to top deck this border guard, which will unfortunately still not get us to the end of the shuffle, but at least we can discard one of the estates there now. Now here, let's pick up another throne room, I think, and another mountain village, just to be conservative with the village space we have. And this is looking pretty good. Now, do we want to throne this border guard just to maybe find the old witch? In that case, we should play the mountain village, or we should definitely play the mountain village first, because probably we don't want to pick up whatever the border guard discards. So I'd say we just play this mountain village, see what we get. Oh no, of course we could have. No, we might have. That might have been a mistake, but yeah, because we could have picked up whatever the inventor gained us there. But yeah, we get this old witch and that, and we have more throne rooms down there, so we just thrown the old witch. And yeah, this is looking really good. Get to trash out those last 2 coppers and just gain maybe throne room and a laboratory, and now pick up another sculptor. What is down there? Let's think about this for a sec. I think it's sculptor, throne room, mountain village, and we have the estate here. We saw the curse. So what is down there? Is it just two throne rooms and the mountain village and the sculptor? Anyways, I think, yeah, just gaining another sculptor is best here, and just top decking this border guard is great. And yeah, then we can pick up the old witch next turn and be in quite a good spot. Oh no, why did you do that? I forgot about the council room. That could happen, of course. But oh well, it drew us a lot of cards, and now AI also had its big turn. And hopefully we'll also have a big turn. Do we throne the border guard here? Because this mountain village is currently just going to pick up a few curses. But I think now what we can do is we can throne sculptor for whatever throne inventor, maybe old witch, or no, actually council room, I think. And then double play this mountain village to pick up the 2 things we just gained. And now double play this council room. Will we be able to... How likely are we to be able to pile this turn and win is the question, but I think it is very likely. 7 victory points should be possible with all the good stuff we have in our deck. Our deck is also nicely thin. Yeah, we have all of those gains. It should be rather possible. Let's play this border guard first. I don't think we want to throw it anyways, just so we have a bit more of an inventory of what we have here. And yeah, I think we just throne for Inventor. Could we even empty provinces? We have 2 gains here. We have, well, let's see. How many gains is that? We can gain 1. We have 3 buys, but provinces cost 1. What do we have down here? We have, well, we don't need to do all of that yet, I guess. Let's think about this for a sec. We have 1 more mountain village down there, plus an old witch. And what else is there? We saw the 3 estates. We also, well, I think 1 curse is down there as well. Yeah, let's play it a bit safe. And yeah, I think we, if we don't throne the throne, do we have enough actions to play all this? Let's see. We will gain whatever. Maybe I'm also just not considering the obvious win of just going for mountain villages and inventors. If we play the laboratory now, no. What am I talking about? We can just draw here and then see and see whether we draw the old witch for more draw or the mountain village for to pick up one of the inventors. Let's see. Okay, it's another throne room. Perfect. We can empty the provinces. Why did I even think about this so much? Right, we have just this 1 extra inventor play that puts the provinces down to 0, and which we can just buy them out and have a splendid last turn. And yeah, this went really well. Wow, 10 turns. It's also super fast. But yeah, I think I like the decisions we took. Of course, the AI also got into the cursing game a little late. Like we only took 2 curses now just before this last turn, and we only got the 1 curse before. But also we didn't slow down with cursing much. I think our draws lined up pretty nicely overall. We didn't have much terminal collision, if at all. I don't remember. I like how we combined sculptor and inventor stuff, and yeah, also this decision turn 3 it was, I think, to just go for the mountain village and then the inventor turn 4 still also in hindsight seems better than going for the silos there, as the silos might have cycled us back to the Moneylender more quickly, but also would have left us with less chances of hitting 5. And yeah, so I really liked this one. This was a quick one, both in turns and also in video length. So, and also goes in my favor as I'm a bit tired. And yeah, as always, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will try to catch you in the next one. And until then, goodbye.